my name is Brianna Dial.
My name is Reggie Lollivans.
Hi, I'm Nick Marzak.
I'm Hayden Berry.
My name is Sam Denny.
And I'm Faith Gorick, and we're the supply chain group for the Kearns Global Lecture 2022. Before the pandemic hit, a parent could buy baby formula online and have it delivered to the house in less than 24 hours. Now, because of a massive disruption to the supply chain, you are lucky if you can even find it on the shelf at your local Walmart. There are many aspects that attribute to the supply chain crisis we are currently experiencing, and there are many ideas that leaders have to fix it. We will explore the top 4 challenges that threaten supply chain balance. Post-COVID, the global economy is experiencing positive growth and high demand. However, due to the issues fueled by the pandemic, we are seeing inconsistencies of supply, confusion of logistics, along with global conflicts like the war in Ukraine and the rough trade relationship between China and the US.
With China's response to COVID-19 alone, various industries are experiencing ongoing bottlenecks as a result of increased costs in foreign transactions, which inevitably eats away at a company's profit margin. The collision of all these factors creates a big supply chain nightmare. As trade restrictions continue to be enforced by Western countries, inventory across many industries are depleting. There has been an immense increase in shipping delays, intense labor shortages, and all the while demand continues to rise. While there has been signs of easing supply chain disruption in early 2022, evolving global factors and geopolitics are causing new risks and new pockets of stress.
Some of the potential risks include the possible rebound in the U.S. port congestion as and when Chinese output increases, or related to the upcoming port worker labor negotiation. The spillover impacts from the Russia-Ukraine conflict at northern European ports, which were facing congestion issues prior to the conflict, and limitations on air freight transportation, including the overland rail link from China to Europe. Along with industry shortages, the nation is also experiencing consumer shortages. This is because the pandemic also spurred a snapback in growth and demand so remarkable and so unpredictable that supply chains will struggle to keep up until that demand falls to a more manageable level or more capacity and component supply chain issues are resolved. All commodities initially saw demand drop precipitously with the onset of COVID-19 and the shutdown of factories. Then the massive consumer spending we saw after the pandemic's initial shocks had settled created a V-shaped recovery for the global economy, spurring an extraordinary need for semiconductors.
2 ports deal with just under 50% of U.S. imports. That includes the Port of Los Angeles and the Port of Long Beach. With COVID-19 protocols, especially with quarantining of all the employees, the ports were forced to delay traffic, with ships waiting in ports from days to weeks to even months at a time waiting for a spot. And trucking shortages were a huge issue as well. In order to combat that, logistics hubs are being built. For example, the one in Bahrain, which was built in October of 2021, but used both air and sea freight to maximize lead time. Logistic hubs are 40% more cost-effective than pure air freight and 50% more cost-effective than pure sea freight.
As demand soars, the cost of transporting raw materials and end products soon follows. Many, if not all, products consumers use are in some way affected by complications in the supply chain. Companies run into bottlenecks when the production can meet the demands of the consumer, but cannot distribute the goods to the retailers. Although other factors have an effect on prices, issues on the supply chain can force prices up, in turn, costing consumers more at the grocery store and the gas pump.
According to the Congressional Research Service, supply chains are global, and a product can pass through several countries before reaching the U.S. A delay or disruption in any one of those countries can therefore cause supply chain problems for the United States. The U.S. GDP can be negatively affected even if American companies are able to produce completely efficiently. Supply and demand for all countries are interconnected by the mediums of transporting materials and end products. Furthermore, the economies of these countries will struggle when one piece of the puzzle falls short.
Overall, we hope the supply chain crisis flattens and we can transition from an old world supply chain to a new world supply chain.
Thank you for joining us.
We hope you enjoy our presentation on supply chain.
We can't wait to hear your thoughts.
Thank you.